listeners, this is Gabby and today we're talking about all the books coming out in July. Hello everyone, as per usual, it is that time of the month when I tell you all the books you have looking forward to in the following month. So today we're talking about July. I have 9 releases. We're gonna go in order of publication. You can tell me in the comments which one you'd like me to review. Please do. There's interesting selections. I really want to know what you say. So anyway, comment down below which one I should review. We're starting with a banger because interesting things. So first book is Silk Fire by Zabé Ellor. So this one's coming out on 1st of July and it's an adult fantasy book with LGBTQ plus characters. And your girl got an arc. And I was really excited about it. And then I read reviews. Oh, I not even read, I just skimmed them. And the average rating is 2.25. Do you know how bad your book needs to be 2.25? And then Hannah said she read it. And she said good luck. So we'll see. I'm scared. I'm really scared. But it does sound good. And the cover looks nice. So I'm going to review it for you. And I'm going to tell you if it's actually as bad as everyone says. But I feel like you might need to pray for my soul. Okay, this is what it's about. Cora's life is consumed by power, politics, sex, and vengeance. And as a courtesan to the wealthy and powerful, he is privy to all manner of secrets. He knows meddling in politics is dangerous. Still, he is willing to risk everything to stop his father from seizing the imperial throne of the Ware district. But Cora soon finds the corruption runs deeper than just one man. During a tryst in an ancient tomb, in the pursuit of political influence, Cora encounters a dying god, who imbues him with the powers of one of the city's sacred dragons. Suddenly, Cora finds himself a hunted man, threatened with becoming a pawn by whoever finds him first. If the wrong person discovers his secret and lays claim to his powers, they would plunge their world into war, unleash untold horrors, and destroy the city, and the two people he has come to love. Sounds good? I'm so curious now. What is so bad about it? Like 2.25. It's under free. Well, you know what you need to do. You need to subscribe to my channel so that you are there when I tell you if this book was actually as bad as it was. And I'm gonna break it all down. I might even make it spoilery if it's really bad. Should I make it spoiler if it's really bad so that I can talk about everything? We'll see. Anyway, let me know. Next one's gonna be a banger and I just know it. This one's called What Souls Are Made Of, Wuthering Heights Remix by Tasha Suri. So this one's coming out on 5th of July and it's a YA Gothic historical fiction and it's a retelling of Wuthering Heights. So this is like a series of books which new author takes a book and retells it in like a modern lens, and all of them have like different genres and stuff like that. It just looks super cool and I am so excited. Tasha Suri is such a good writer, so I'm really looking forward. This is the synopsis. As the abandoned son of Lascar, a sailor from India, Heathcliff has spent most of his young life maligned as an outsider. Now he's been flung into an alien life in the Yorkshire moors, where he clings to his birth father's language, even though it makes the children of the house call him an animal, and the maids claim he speaks gibberish. Catherine is the younger child of a estate's owner, a daughter with light skin and brown curls, and a mother that nobody talks about. Her father is grooming her for a place in proper society, and that's all that matters. Catherine knows she must mold herself into someone pretty and good and marriageable, even though it might destroy her spirits. As they occasionally flee into the moors to escape judgment and share the half-remembered language of their unknown kin, Catherine and Heathcliff come to find solace in each other. Deep down in their souls, they can feel they are the same. But when Catherine's father dies and the household's treatment of Heathcliff only grows more cruel, the relationship becomes strained and threatens to unravel. For how can they ever be together when loving each other, and indeed loving themselves, is as good as throwing themselves into poverty and death? It does sound pretty sad. Book number 3 is also really excited. It's The It Girl by Ruth Ware, and this one's coming out on 12th of July, and it's an adult mystery thriller. So if you don't know, Ruth Ware is the author of The Turn of the Key and like One by One, and I enjoyed both a lot, and I'm really curious if she keeps getting better, and I'm very excited about this new thriller. April Cleverden was the first person Hannah Jones met at Oxford. Vivacious, bright, occasionally vicious, and the ultimate it girl, she quickly pulled Hannah into her dazzling orbit. Together, they developed a group of devoted and inseparable friends, Will, Hugh, Ryan, and Emily, during their first term. By the end of the second, April was dead. Now, a decade later, Hannah and Will are expecting their first child, and the man convicted of killing April, former Oxford porter John Neville, has died in prison. Relieved to have finally put the past behind her, Hannah's world is rocked when a young journalist comes knocking and presents new evidence that Neville may have been innocent. As Hannah reconnects with old friends and delves deeper into the mystery of April's death, she realizes that the friends she thought she knew all have something to hide, including murder. The reason I was so excited is because this sounds just like, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and that is like the best thriller ever. So I don't make the rules, but it better be good. That's all I'm saying. Number 4 is a bit out of my comfort zone, but I think I will love it. It's called What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. So this one's coming out on 12th of July as well, and it's an adult gothic horror. And I think T. Kingfisher is like the author of The Twisted Ones. And this is an atmospheric retelling of Edgar Allan Poe's classic The Fall of the House of Usher. Never heard of it. I have no clue what that is about, but the cover looks real good, so I wanted it. When Alex Easton, a retired soldier, receives word that the childhood friend Madeline Usher is dying, they race to the ancestral home of the Ushers in the remote countryside of Ruritania. When they find there is a nightmare of fungal groves and possessed wildlife surrounding a dark pulsing lake. Madeline sleepwalks and speaks in strange voices at night, and her brother Roderick is consumed with a mysterious malady of the nerves. Aided by redoubtable British mycologist and a baffled American doctor, Alex must understand the secret of the House of Usher before it consumes them all. Number 5, I'm so excited. So this one's The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Silvia Moreno-Garcia, and it's coming out on the 19th of July, and it's an adult horror historical fiction. The reason I'm excited is your girl got an arc. I know, and you can expect a lot of Silvia Moreno-Garcia content come July. I have a very, very, very fun video planned because I've actually never read any of her books. So that fun video is going to be very fun, and then a week later you're going to get a dedicated review of The Daughter of Dr. Moreau. And I really hope I like her books because I'm going to sure dedicate a lot of time to them. Carlotta Moreau, a young woman growing up in a distant and luxuriant estate, safe from the conflict and strife of the Yucatan Peninsula, the only daughter of either a genius or a madman. Montgomery Luton, a melancholy overseer with a tragic past and a propensity for alcohol, an outcast who assists Dr. Moreau with his scientific experiments, which are financed by the Lizaldes, owners of magnificent haciendas and plentiful coffers. The hybrids, the fruits of the doctor's labor, destined to blindly obey their creator and remain in the shadows, a motley group of part human and part animal monstrosities. All of them living in a perfectly balanced and static world which is jolted by the abrupt arrival of Eduardo Lizalde, the charming and careless son of a Dr. Moreau's patron, who will unwittingly begin a dangerous chain reaction. For Moreau keeps secrets, Carlotta has questions, and in the sweltering heat of the jungle, passions might ignite. That's good. And the cover, it's so pretty. I'm very excited. Okay. You know I'm excited. Cut it out. Next book is called Dauntless by Elisa A. Bonnin. So this one's coming out on 19th of July, and it's a YA LGBTQ fantasy. So it's a Filipino-inspired young adult fantasy novel, and it's a debut as well. And this is the synopsis. Be dauntless, for the hopes of the people rest in you. Sari's world is defined by very clear rules. The beasts prowl the forest paths and hunt the people. The valiant explore the unknown world, kill the beasts, and gain strength from the armor they make from them. As an assistant to Oshai Unbroken, a young valor commander with a near mythical reputation, Sari has seen firsthand the struggle to keep the beasts at bay and ensure the safety of the spreading trees where the people make their homes. That was how it always had been and how it always would be, until the day Sari encounters Sana. Sana is impossibly a stranger from the unknown world who can communicate with the beasts, a fact that makes Sari begin to doubt everything she's ever been taught. As Sari and Sana grow closer, their worlds begin to collide, with deadly consequences. Somehow, with the world on the brink of war, Sari will have to find a way to make peace. I always see the cover on Twitter and it looks really good, so I'm excited. What are the beasts, you know? You know what I mean? Okay, the next book is The Witchery by S. Isabelle. So it's coming out on 26th of July, and it's a YA paranormal fantasy with LGBTQ plus characters. The haunting season is here, and the wolves are awake. Hellsford, Florida is a hellmouth. Or at least, that's what Logan, a baby witch struggling to control her power, thinks as she arrives to the witch town to begin the new school year at Mesmortis Coven Academy. She is immediately taken under the wing of infamous Red 3. Iris is a deaf witch who wants nothing more than to break the town's curse. Jyla is one of the most powerful witches at the academy, but her thirst for power may lead her down a dark path. Talia, the talented Green Witch, is on the run from her religious family and a past that still haunts her. Fear and prejudice still fuel the uneasy truce between humans and witches, who are forced to work together when the haunting season begins, and wolves rise from the swamp to feed. With this approaching, two Hammersmith boys prepare to make their first sacrifices to the witches in exchange for protection. But as they become involved with the Mesmortis witches' plan to end the wolves' reign of terror once and for all dangers lie in wait. The cost to break the curse may be greater than any witch or human could ever know. Sounds good, and I like the cover, and it looks cute, and I keep seeing it on Twitter, so that's why it's here. Okay, next one is Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. So this one's coming out on 26th of July, and it's a YA high fantasy. Violet is a prophet and a liar, influencing the royal court with her cleverly phrased and not always true divinations. Honesty is for suckers, like the oh-so-not charming Prince Cyrus, who plans to strip Violet of her official role once he's crowned at the end of the summer. Unless Violet does something about it. But when the king asks her to falsely prophesy Cyrus's love story for an upcoming ball, Violet awakens a dreaded curse, one that will end in either damnation or salvation for the kingdom, all depending on the prince's choice of future bride. Violet faces her own choice, sees an opportunity to gain control of her own destiny, no matter the cost, or give in to the ill-fated attraction that's growing between her and Cyrus. Violet's wits may protect her in the cutthroat court, but they can't change her fate. And as the boundary between hatred and love grows even thinner with the prince, Violet must untangle a wicked web of deceit in order to save herself and the kingdom, or doom them all. Okay, so enemies to lovers, but I feel like if you're telling me already in the synopsis that they're going to become lovers, they were never good enough enemies to begin with. That's my thoughts though. And last book, I just thought sounded really interesting because it had something I really like and I've never seen anyone talk about it, so I'm going to tell you. It's called The Book of Gothel by Mary McMyne. It's coming out on 26th of July as well, and it's adult gothic historical fantasy, and it's a retelling of Rapunzel from the Mother Gothel perspective. So everyone knows the tale of Rapunzel in her tower, but do you know the story of the witch who put her there? Tale-wise has always lived under the shadow of her mother, Hedda, a woman who will do anything to keep her daughter protected. For with her strange black eyes and even stranger fainting spells, Hellwise is shunned by her medieval village, and her only solace lies in the stories her mother tells of child-stealing witches, of princes in wolfskins, of an ancient tower clothed in mists where women will find shelter if they are brave enough to seek it. Then Hedda dies, and Hellwise is left unmoored. With nothing left for her in her village, she sets out to find the legendary tower her mother used to speak of. A place called Gothel, where Hellwise meets a wise woman willing to take her under her wing. But Hellwise is not the only woman to seek refuge at Gothel. It is also a haven for a girl named Rika, who carries with her a secret the church strives to keep hidden. A secret that unlocks a dark world of ancient spells and murderous nobles behind the world Hellwise has always known. That's a hard name. I hope she has a nickname. Okay, well, those are all the books I'm excited for coming out in July. Let me know which ones I should review. I already know I'm going to be reviewing Daughter of Dr. Moreau and Silkfire, so, strap in for those. But if any other ones sound really interesting, let me know, and I would love to give you a spoiler-free review. Let me know what book you're most excited for in July. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you could comment, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. But that's it for me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!